I had fun talking at Valley TechCon about society and technology. And so I thought it'd be fun to look at some of these slides and also pick Priska's brain about some of the things that she might think about, some of the fables, myths, stories that we looked at. So I don't know, what do you think when you look there?
I see you say the human/tech cycle, fall from grace, loss of innocence, renegotiation of the relationship to the divine, hybridization of humanity, and co-discovery of transformational possibility. Some of these words make sense together.
Okay. But the relation, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to do it a lot. The renegotiation of the relationship with the divine, I thought that was really clever because I framed
And that was the first thing that like caught my eye. Was it made me think of, you mentioned this at the talk, like Nietzsche and the God is dead and we killed him, and like what humanity's relation to God gets moved around.
So I actually tried, what you're talking about is kind of the evolution of religions, which is a field in itself.
It's fascinating.
It is very fascinating. I tried to make it a little bit more archetypal so that I wasn't talking about specific religions because I thought I didn't want to, turn people off or be too specific. But
you don't want to provoke writer replies.
Yeah, so if you say, so if you say something mean about Zeus, there are very few humans in the world who are going to be upset with you. Whereas if you say something really terrible about some other deities,
nice catch there.
May get a different response.
Yeah. Although if you say something inaccurate about Zeus, then you have all the mytho girlies on your butt. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, but one thing that I said yesterday that I didn't think was correct is that, or that I implied, is that as human technology expands, then it would shrink the world of the gods, because the gods I defined as whatever structures the world that we cannot ourselves create or structure or change. And so technology would push back that frontier.
Like why Galileo was considered a heretic?
Yes. Or you might think that past this frontier of this in the sea or the land, it is governed by spirits because we haven't been there. And technologically, we think in a very similar way.
And like, here be dragons, and now it's like, well, there we went there. There weren't any dragons. Sorry.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of talk about how maybe God is less relevant, or the whole idea of deities is less relevant because we have science to do a lot of the things of sickness and deal with sickness, deal with the future, deal with weather. All of that is now the realm of science, so maybe the realm of the gods is smaller.
I feel like this is the part where Terry Pratchett writes a very clever novel about like science as the new god and like how people revere science. Anyway, sorry.
No. A lot of people have talked about this sort of thing, but I think that's actually wrong. I think the more human technology expands and the more complex the capabilities of humans become, it actually creates a more nuanced and profound relationship with the gods.
Oh.
Because we have to learn to be divine in a way that we didn't before.
Huh. Like how the interesting part is not the other, but the interplay with it. And now that we're getting closer to God, or to goddish things that used to be in the realm of the gods, now we have a closer, we have a rainbow bridge of AI. Well, and weather, Ben.
Yeah. Like if you have children, like somebody is a parent, they don't say, "Ha, God, I have no need of you. I now know how to create beings from my own body." It's more of a
for matriarchal society. Never mind.
Sure. It's more of like, oh shit. If there's a God, I could really use some help right now. I thought that was one correction to something that I implied yesterday.